Silas, the marvelous producer.
Hi everyone, Chronicles of Lolu is finally back. I had to take a break, we had to make this better and we had to make this finer for you, and I'm hoping that this will actually be the start of better things for all of us on Chronicles of Lolu. My name of course is Lolu and it's nice to be here today. What am I talking about? Episode 7, Season 1 of Chronicles of Lolu, I'll be addressing fashion and my humble self. Now today on the show, I'll be talking about a lot of stuff, what fashion means to me, what I like to wear, for the things I would not be caught wearing, and a bunch of other things. So all you just have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy. Because guess what? Chronicles of Lolu is back, and it's better. Alright, now most people will say fashion is pretty much based on what is in trend, what they feel should suit them. Keyword they mean what they feel should suit them, not necessarily what suits them. So for me, fashion is what I feel I'm comfortable in, what makes me feel confident, and what makes me feel very, very composed. I think those are like the pretty major things that, carry what fashion means to me. Now again, it is very, very important for me to say that fashion is not necessarily just about the style, or not about how much it costs, or when you want to show off and wear all the really fancy stuff. I think for me, fashion is just pretty much keeping it simple and keeping it classy. That is what it means to me. It could be different for you, and I respect that. For me, it has to be simple, it has to be classy, it has to be confident, it has to be comfortable, and I have to be composed in it. That's what fashion means to me. So I've told you my definition of fashion. What does it mean to you? Tell me below the page. Now, it's easy for you to talk about fashion and forget what actually inspires your sense of fashion. So what inspired my sense of fashion? What does style mean to me? How did I come across what I require or see as fashion? I think the first thing is the fact that I always wanted to keep it simple. I've never believed in making anything look bogus. I've never believed in dressing bogusly. I've never also believed in making noise with what I wear. I just feel like, irrespective of whatever it is I wear, I have to be very, very simple, but very, very classy. If you see me at events, if you see me at places, you realize that I don't wear anything too bogus. I just try to keep it as simple as possible. So for me, it is simplicity that actually brought me to think that fashion is what I think it is and how I dress. Also, classy. Now here's what most people actually forget. Most people think that it has to be expensive for it to be classy. That's not the idea. It is important for you to understand that class is not the price tag. Class is what it is and how you decide to wear it. Anybody could tie a duvet and look like it. Fixing the word. But anybody could stylishly tie a duvet and it looks pretty decent. So for me, my style is simple, it's classy, it's comfortable, that breeds confidence and composure. It is really, really important for confidence to be part of your fashion. It is really, really important because it is very major for me, and it just might be very major for you as well. So real quick, I'm going to talk about the things that I would wear to a meeting and the things that I would not wear to certain places. First things first, what would Lolu typically wear to a meeting? Depends on the kind of meeting, really. If it's like a really serious board meeting, do you get what I mean? I'm going to wear like a suit, probably like dark colored shirt, maybe a tie, definitely not a bow tie. What else? Shoes. Lace-up shoes, most likely, that's what I like to wear. Nothing wet to occasion, nothing glossy. For a serious meeting, that is what I will wear. Now, for a casual meeting, I might wear long sleeve shirts and roll up my sleeves, which is like the signature these days for me. If it's not that, it could be a t-shirt, nothing distressed like I'm wearing today, and sneakers. I'm a sneakerhead, for all of you that know, so I really, really like that look as well. Now, if I'm going to like a social event, usually if it's not themed, I'm gonna probably wear like a button-down shirt, rolled up sleeves like I just said, and jeans. Again, the difference between a casual meeting and a casual event for me would be the choice of shirts. Either be a round neck t-shirt. I really don't typically wear v-necks out, so it will be a round neck t-shirt or a button-up shirt. That is if I'm going to like a social event, if it's not themed. Now, if I had to get to trads, maybe say I had to wear a trad to an event, it would be simple. Nothing too bogus. A lot of people that I've worked with that are stylists have come to realize that Lolu doesn't like bogus designs or bogus colors. I like to keep it simple, I like to keep it classy, and at the end of the day, all of this breeds confidence and composure for me. Now, of course, the demands of my new life requires me to go to places, clubs, for example. If I were to go to a club, definitely would be a t-shirt. Again, if I had to wear a rolled up sleeve shirt, it has to be a really, really casual looking shirt, nothing too serious. Because at the end of the day, it's like a chilled environment, so you can't be going there like you're going to a meeting. For me, all of these things tie to one major fact, which is what I've said before. It is very, very important for me as a person to be comfortable. What I would not be caught wearing, I'll tell you very shortly. Wait here. Now, on this episode, I talk about the do's and don'ts of Lolu's fashion. And again, this is not a rule, this is just what applies to me. The first thing I will not do, Lolu will never be caught wearing spandex. I think they're very uncomfortable, they're very tight, and they just never look really, really nice. Especially on me. So definitely, that's a no-no. What else would I not be wearing? A don't for me is simple. Faded blue jeans, I cannot deal with them. They just, in my opinion, look very off and very tacky. Perhaps I like black jeans, as you can see. For all of you that actually know me, you realize that I wear a lot of black jeans. The truth about it is that I just feel very, very comfortable wearing black jeans. So here's what it is. If you know me very well, or if you've seen me in places, you realize that I like to keep it simple in terms of the colors that I wear. So you can be sure that one thing Lolu will not be caught wearing is a multicolored shirt. I cannot deal. No way. I can't even be paid to wear multicolored shirts. Okay, maybe I'll consider that. But I'm just saying that really, honestly, truthfully, I'm not going to be caught wearing a multicolored shirt. To be honest with you, I would look like a rainbow. That's great, but on me, no. It's a no, it's a no-no for me. I'm never going to wear a multicolored shirt. Now, fur coats. We're in a part of the world where it's really, really hot. Or really, why would I even wear a fur coat in Lagos? Around the world, I could deal with other things, but wearing a fur coat for me is a no-no. I don't really like it. I just particularly feel it is unfair to wear fur coat, in my opinion anyway. So fur coats are a no-no, multicolored shirts are a no-no, spandex, no way bruh, no way. Don't pay me for it, don't ask me to wear it, I'm not going to be caught dead wearing it. If you bury me in spandex, I will wake up, I guarantee you. What would I be caught wearing? I'm going to tell you right after this. Eat me. So what would I be caught wearing? What are the kind of things that Lolu likes to wear? First of all, as you can see, I'm wearing a black shirt. I like it simple. So black shirts are definitely an in for me. Black jeans even work better. Now, in regards to shoes, which I've not spoken about a lot, I'm actually a really, really big sneakerhead. So sneakers work for me. Loafers sometimes work for me. And when I have to be very, very serious dressed, then lace-up shoes. I really don't particularly fancy the wet look shoes. They may be in season, but I don't particularly fancy them. Would I wear them? Maybe if I'm paid to. Would I own a pair? Maybe just a pair, but really that's it. What else would I be caught wearing? For me, I'm a really, really big fan of long sleeve shirts, only because I could wear them anyhow I want. I could wear them in a serious look, and I could wear them in a casual look, all by doing what? Within the sleeves. So in terms of trads, it is very, very interesting. Now most people feel they have to koishe sasho for them to be able to rock it. Well, for me, it has to be minimalistic, because for me, again, minimalistic fashion is what I like to do. So again, in terms of trends, it will be simple, it will be classy, and very stylish. Not bogus, but stylish. As you can see on my social media platforms at Official Lolu on Instagram and on Twitter, if you see me wearing trad, it's very, very simple, very straight to the point, and also very comfortable. Again, this is what works for me. It could be different for you, but I'm sharing my fashion style, my fashion etiquette, and what I like to wear. Again, what do you like to wear? Below the page. You know what to do. Sorry, playful me. Now, what colors will Lolu be caught wearing? I'll tell you right away. First of all, black, as you can see. Most people say grey is not a color, but I like grey, and grey is something I like to wear. Second again, people will argue that white is not a color, but for me, it is a color, so white obviously works for me. Same as dark green, sometimes purple. Purple, that's it. and those are the colors I like to wear. Again, I'm experimenting with colors these days, so you see me wear things that have a touch of maybe maroon or a touch of red. They're not colors that I particularly like to wear, but they're colors that I'm starting to have to experiment with. Again, I'm trying not to confine myself, which is why I'm looking at other colors, like I said, but the colors that I'm most comfortable wearing are the colors I just said. Another color that I'm really in love with, quote unquote, is dark blue or navy blue. It could be a shirt, maybe. If it was a short, definitely. Would it be a blazer? I'll consider. So there you go, guys. These are the colors that I like to wear. What colors do you like to wear? Do your favorite colors tally with mine? If not, tell me your favorite colors below. Now, my thoughts on the Nigerian fashion industry. I think it has come a really long way. Shout out to all the people that have done a lot of stuff in terms of putting the Nigerian fashion scene on the international map. The Larry Da Silva Ajayis, to the Maya Tafos. You understand that the Nigerian culture and identity is reflective in our fashion. Same goes for a group like Kumbi as well. And on and on and on. So many names I can't remember right now, but these names are stuck in my head, and that's because they have actually stuck true to their work. They have actually stuck true to the Nigerian culture and the Nigerian spirit of never say die. It is very key to understand that we've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go. The youth today are the future of tomorrow, so it is important for them to be invested in. Now, going forward, I would imagine that the Nigerian climb accommodates more designers, younger brains with younger ideas and brighter designs to actually be showcased to the world. Because at the end of the day, the Nigerian fashion industry, one way or the other, is a representation of us, our culture, our style, and our identity as a people. So again, we've come a long way, there's still more to come. Let's embrace the future. Let's invest in the youth today. They're brilliant, they're very hardworking, and of course, they have a story to tell through our fashion. And I hope you share the same sentiments with me as well. Special respect and shout outs to all of the people that have done fashion and put fashion, Nigerian fashion, on the map, globally and not just in Africa. The world belongs to you. And again, the world belongs to those coming after you. So invest in them today and you'll be happy you did. Now, before I go on the show today, as always, I've got to take your questions. So I'll go for another break. When I come back, I'll be taking your questions from social media. It is Chronicles of Lolu, episode 7. To your favorite part of the show, my favorite part as well, taking your questions. Thank you to all of you that are sending your questions. I've been taking a few today as usual. And my first question today is from Martha Egu87. Hi Martha, thank you for joining me on Twitter. And your question says, have you considered going back to radio? Could be part-time. You have an awesome on-air person or presence and you're capable of owning your audience. I have considered it. I am still considering it. I've spoken to a few people, but nothing has happened just yet. As at the time of this recording, that is. But then again, if it changes, which I hope it will sometime soon, I'll be more than happy to share this news with you. So maybe one day, I might go back to radio. How soon? Only God can tell. Definitely not me at this time. Let's see. Next question here is from Velen is Vendetian on Twitter. You said you inspire me a lot. Thank you. So to other kids out there who look up to you just like me, what's your word of advice? Valen, thank you very much. My word of advice is to believe in yourself. Pace yourself. Understand that there are times where it's okay to say no. And finally, the only way out of anything is going through it. Again, first of all, pace yourself. Believe in yourself. It is absolutely fine to say no sometimes. And again, the only way out of anything is the way through. I hope I answered your question and I hope it helps. Let's see, another question here is from T Darling on Instagram. Hi, I'm Lolu. Hey T Darling, how you doing? He said, what would be your advice to someone who really wants to start a business with 500,000 naira capital but has no clue on how to go about it? That's a really interesting question. 500,000 naira. I would imagine that it could be something in agriculture. There are quite a couple of people that are doing really amazing with agriculture. Pig farming, for example. Pork money is something you might consider doing. And then again, it is up to you. If you're interested in agriculture, it may be somewhere to put in your money. Also, I would imagine that, to be honest with you, I actually just think agriculture is the way to go. It is very viable, it is very profitable, and as well, it's something that you could learn about as you go on in the business. So again, agriculture is something you should consider investing 500,000 naira into. That is talking about your question, T Darling. Final question on the episode today. Wait, I have to unlock my phone. Alright then, final question for this episode will be from Farans_CFC on Twitter. And you say, what advice I would give my 25-year-old self? Lolu, what advice would you give your 25-year-old self? Okay, my 25-year-old self, I would advise my 25-year-old self to say, I would have told my 25-year-old self, it's okay to be confused. It is fine. Everything happens for a reason, and if you don't understand why now, you'll understand why in the future. And finally, Rome was not built in a day. So as you pay your dues, know that eventually all of these dues will have their returns and you'll be happy that you paid your dues. And that's it for the return episode 7 of Chronicles of Lolu today. Thank you to all of you that have watched the video. Remember to also subscribe to the YouTube channel Chronicles of Lolu. Tell your friends, share this video, and remember to tell them Chronicles of Lolu is back. I'll see you next week. My name is Lolu. Bye for now. Roll it. Anyway. It's not pretty much about the color or about the size. For me, it's pretty much just fur coats. I will not. Say that again? Okay. My name is Lolu, and today on the show we're talking fashion. Going to touch on blah blah blah.